You've clicked on this video today because you're feeling it. You're feeling the anxiety, you're feeling the pressure building up, you're feeling that worry and anxiety around finances, around what's going to happen. I feel there's a lot of fear right now because there's an echo chamber that's rife, created by the media, created by the news, created by things that are actually happening. I'm not under any delusion whatsoever that there is not economic shifts happening. There's obviously wars going on, prices are increasing, fuels went up. But I want to break down today how you need to rise above it and how you can actually shift and take a different perspective on this entire situation. But before I get stuck into that today, my name's Kristian and I'm a founder of Ready for Anything, a coaching program for high performers, entrepreneurs, execs, people that are in high pressure jobs that can feel a bit like a hyperbaric chamber at times, and they want to be less stressed, they want to take control of their life, they want to build a calm mind, a strong body and undeniable standards so they can actually show up better in everything they're doing. So at the time of recording this video, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world. And you might be someone that doesn't watch conventional media. You might be someone that protects yourself quite heavily from that, and you're actually quite ignorantly blessed like me. But I want to set the scene here. There is stuff going on in the world right now, and there is a negative echo chamber that is consuming a lot of people and sending people into a frenzy. Now, that may not be directly impacting you due to what you consume and the way that you protect yourself from things, but it will be impacting you if you're surrounded by people that do. Think about it. Think about the general consensus of most people now. I've been coaching for years and screen time is only getting more and more. Doom scrolling is only going to get more and more. And people are just spending so much time on their phones. So I took 8 days off of Instagram recently. It's the first time I've ever done it during a normal working period. So basically the only time I've really taken off of social media is if I'm off on holiday or it's the Christmas break. So I actually done it in the midst of a normal time when I'd be on there. Now the thing that I really realised in that 8-day break is that how much this influences your psychology. We, in a day, we go into the app, right? And in like a 10-second period can be met with 3 or 4 different bits of information that we would have never seen, by the way, if it wasn't for opening that app. Someone in another country, someone saying something quite triggering, or someone saying something that's actually quite inspiring. Now think about what that does for your psychology. Think about how much that makes you go and instigate some things that you would never have done. It might make an anxiety or a worry creep up, it might make a positive thought creep up, and it might make you actually just stop what you're doing and change the direction of what you're doing. How crazy is that? In a 10-second period, doom scrolling isn't just brain rot in the sense that you're mindlessly scrolling, it's reducing your IQ, it's making you anxious, it's taking your brain on so many different pathways that you're not actually in control of. It's pretty much like being in a room full of people and loads of folk are shouting different things, giving off different energies. Most folk aren't aware of that. Most folk just go through their day having their 60,000 thoughts. 95% of the time it's unintentional, having the same thoughts as they had the day before, letting their anxieties and worries build up, and then just talking to other people about what they're stressed about. Think about the people that you bump into in your life, and the first thing that they say, you ask them how they are. I'm having a nightmare of a day. Having a bad one right now. Oh, I'm super stressed. This happened, that happened. And the interesting part is when you actually break this down and someone says they've had a bad week, their day's been a write-off, this month's been hell, it's pretty much like 2 or 3 things that have happened to them. And they've just let that transcend into everything else. Screen time is at an all-time high. Media is just on a different level, like the technology, like what we can consume in a day. Most folk are like mindlessly scrolling on like several different apps, and they're not controlling anything or regulating anything, they're allowing it to just come into their space, and then they're not actually regulating their mindset at all. They're not in control of their attitude, they're not even conscious to what's going through their mind in a day. They just let anything and everything happen, and then they blame it on someone else or something else. The news right now reminds me of what it was like in COVID-19 when that happened, where everyone was just glued to it. Everyone was just listening for the next move. I feel like it's a bit like that, it's reminiscent of that. But there's a big shift happening in the world right now. This is the beginning of it, man. This is the unraveling. This is where we are quite literally separating the men from the boys, separating the wolves from the sheep, and those who are able to rise above it and spot the patterns, protect their mind, protect their energy, are those that are going to just understand that this isn't actually the worst spot we've ever been in. This isn't actually the most difficult times we've ever been through. Now, I know there's a part of you saying that, but if you run a business, you're responsible for people, or you're part of a company where the economic climate is going to affect the performance of that company or the performance of your business or it's going to essentially impact your revenue, then guess what? You're in this and you're involved in this. But like anything, it's those who are able to spot the patterns. It's those who are able to rise above. It's those who are able to actually take control of not only their body and their standards, but their mindset, are those that are going to lead. Because guys, people need leaders right now. People need people to step up. They don't need someone else to validate their fears. They don't need someone else to just sit there and agree with them. You know what the most ironic part of all of this is the people that are stressed, the people that are intensifying this echo chamber, that are giving it space and talking about it to other people and moaning, aren't struggling. They're still living the same life. Now, I know there's people that are struggling. I know there's like a divide when it comes to people's level of income. I am aware that there is definitely shifts happening. People are feeling things more, but people were always feeling it. And there's always been these different hierarchies and different points. There's always been people that are struggling with poverty. There's always been people that are struggling financially. There's always been highs and lows in business. There's always been points where things go up and down like waves. The longer that you are in the game, the more you spot the patterns. And those who can spot the patterns are those who don't get crippled by fear. Fear is the thing that's holding you back from truly stepping into that next level. And what I'm saying is, if you feel that right now, and a big part of your success and whatever it is you're doing depends on you being a leader, it's time for you to step up and wake up and understand that there is still a ton of people that need your help. They need your support, because they don't need sheep right now. They don't need someone else to validate what they're saying. They need someone else to give them a shake, to make them realise that actually things haven't shifted. There's just been a shift in the chatter. Feel it, and I know I'm talking about this a lot, guys, but it's happening and it's so rife right now. And man, make sure you've hit subscribe to the channel. And if you want my support on how to actually step up as a better, more inspiring leader, someone that's got undeniable standards, someone that stands out, someone that's just oozing with conviction and has a calm mind and isn't riddled with stress, then shoot me a DM saying the word go. Let's talk, let's make it happen, and let's actually start instigating some change in your life and start getting you going above and beyond where you're at, because you're not set where you're at because of what's going on in the world. You're set where you're at because of the way that your mind's thinking and your thoughts, and that's what you need to change. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.